Very good.
What's up, Tommy? You must have got the notification tonight, huh? I would think so. Glad you made it. First tonight. Oh yeah, you got it. Wait, let me take my earbuds out. Let me see if y'all can hear me a little better now. Maybe so. Whoopsies. Take those out. All right, there we go. See if y'all can hear me a little better. Crafty? Man, he's been live every time I've been live this past few days. Well, I guess it is Monday. He's going live a little more often than usual, huh? And I saw he switched his angle. I hope that works for him. It works for me. Somebody must have told him the secret. What's up, Ed Gould? So I was watching credit. All right. Now I can. Jesus loves you. Absolutely. So we're working some coral tonight. There we are. I needed to push through because we have this little high area there. I have to catch from the other side, I think. But we blasted through some of the worst of it. What's up, guys? Doing a format like yours and a lot of viewers now. All right. Hey, that's good. I certainly hope so. It's never a competition. It's always, how can we help each other out? And I hope that helps them out. I certainly hope it does. I hope so. I hope so. So yeah, this is just a big preformed Florida coral. I got this from Chatterson, I want to say. You should see the channel called Napping. Oh yeah, absolutely. Is it not? Oh, it's very sharp. Very sharp. That's in part why we do what's called abrading. We abrade the stone, make it it's not so sharp. For sake of drawing a flake off. Now, I already know this piece is going to be tricky for me. And I don't know what I want to make per se. Really depends on how well we can blast through this area over here. As well as this area. I'm going to set up some good platforms. and hope for the best, but this thing may fail. Well, I'd say that blasted right through it, at least that portion there. Went right under it. All that hingy stuff blasted right on through. I like any color, coral white is fun. Oh yeah, what's up, Johnny boy? I did finish the load last night, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Okay, so how do I get this off? I tried from this direction. Let me turn the, whoopsies. Turn the flash off, or flash on. I don't know if that helps. Y'all have to let me know if the flash helps. So I can't quite get it from this direction. I got to get it from this direction. I can't get it from here because we already wasted that opportunity. There's no real angle here other than to flute it. And can't really get it here, so we got to get it from here. So we need to set up a platform to get it from there. All right, so all right, back up. So this will be a platform that we just have to drive really hard and hope it doesn't cave in and break, because these are dangerous strikes. Set our platform up here to shoot this way. Being a little, oh, I got, what's up? This may not work. Caught a good bit of it. Didn't catch all of it, but caught some of the worst of it. We might be able to push through from this face. That would be difficult. Looks like we'll just have to pile drive it somehow, some way. And again, it is possible we can manage to do something from the base. That is a possibility. All right, this could break. Well, didn't quite catch it, but we got up there close to it. So I'll take that. That gives us a ridge to follow as we shoot across. Can't get behind them grinding. There you go. Boy, look at that. Reminds you. Fat boy. Okay. All right. I don't know if I remember. Maybe I do. Create set of scene. All right. Let's see if we can't drive through this somehow, some way. Okay, got up there to it. That's good news. What you groaning about back there, Marsh? I hear you, son. Okay, I don't think this will take all the way over, but may hinge in the right spot to help us though. Ooh. Yeah, that might have failed it right there. That's tough. All right, hinged out in the right spot, so that's good. That'll help us as we shoot the opposite side. Okay, that shot across as we needed it to. And now we just got to figure out how we're going to catch this. That's the big question, is can we catch it? All right, I think the best way is probably to come from the base. So somewhere right in through here. And hope it catches. Oh yeah. Drove right over it. We have another hinge here to catch. Got to figure out the best way to get to it here. This one will just go to the middle. I think we also have to come from the side on this one. We shall see. Now that did okay, but not quite what we're after. Let's see. Best way to do it is with this, but I'm scared. I could set one up, but it'd be very difficult to pull off. Very difficult. Level extreme. Anyways, what's up, guys? A lot of obsidian colors. Where at? Below me? I'm not really feeling this one. This one could be really bad. But you gotta try. This could be detrimental. This could break it here, honestly. Yeah, this very well might break the point. Or catch it. I'd say they did pretty good. Just a itty bitty little bit that I think I can actually get out from the side here. All right. Well, that's good news, folks. I was worried about that one. All right, this is a really important one, so I'm gonna set it up as well. When they're this important and critical to the final, part of your piece, it's best to go ahead and set them up. I'm just hoping it's low enough to catch it. And it wasn't. Of course it wasn't. What to do now? Well, this will make for an interesting blade. I have no idea what to do now. Again, I can try our old little punch-a-rooney thing. But again, this could be detrimental. Or it could be exactly what we needed. There's that too. There is that too. That was perfect. Anyways, what's going on? Where's everybody from tonight? See, can't you grind it down with that rock? I guess I could. I could. That would not be a fun thing to do, though. It would not be a fun thing. But technically doable. For sure. Come on. There we are. Come on now. That platform was not playing. Brutal. Gator County. There's a Gator County? Should I live there? Are gators on the county line? By the way, I don't want to, this side is already flat. I don't want to have to do it, but this is a heated piece, so I need to get the heat char off of it. And a semi-dumb decision by me to heat it when I got it that thin already. So now I'm having to pay for it. There are consequences for your actions. Anyway, some of it might have to stay on there. I'll just give it character, I guess. Got slippery on me. I think I'm about where I want to switch boppers here. Usually I like to go down to this one because I like the surface on it. But, oof. That was pretty bad. That was really bad. Messed up that whole corner. Yeah, I messed up that whole corner. I've been telling myself I need a new bopper of this particular one. I've beat this one to death. And it's the inconsistency and the lack of copper rounding that makes it's imprinted rather than bulbous. And that threw me off right there. It is what it is. Kind of stinks, but you know, this was a clear one, you know. It wasn't a crazy piece. So we just move on to the next one, you know. So I got this piece of coastal that I think is pretty crazy. Actually, I want to work it. So this piece actually has some polyps in it. I'm going to throw that in a box. And this piece, I'm going to rework into something. I'll rework into something. Something long. Something about like that. Maybe a bowline. Some kind of knife or something. Something like that. Instead of those smaller boppers. Oh, I need a new one. This one is not going to cut it. It's just not... It's not bulbous. See how this is starting to indent, but it's still got some roundness? That's what you want. But yeah, that was pretty brutal there. Anyways, here we go. This is some Coastal Plains shirt I would never give away or sell because it's so inconsistent with the different shades in here. But the cool part is it can make a really killer looking point if you can manage to keep it together, keep it whole. This is gonna hinge out. Now I heated this up. This is one that I heated. It probably needs more heat in all honesty. But it'll be all right. Be all right for tonight at least. Yeah, part of me actually does want to give this more heat. The bottom looks fine. But I'm about to show you a piece of coastal that looks, that's kind of what I'm after. Yeah, that could just use a little more heat. See a little fossil in there? So here's what we're gonna do. I got a piece of coastal here that I think y'all are really gonna like. This is, I think, gonna be pretty glassy. Pretty sure. Let's find out. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3. Anybody know that reference? A 1, a 2, a 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got some glass, folks. We got some glass. You already like it? All right, Marsh, you gotta go lay, son. We got work. We got work on our arrowhead, buddy. Bubba, go lay. Go. Oh yeah, we got some glass here, folks. The Tootsie Pops. Yeah, y'all caught it. Looky there. That's it. 3 licks to get to the center. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Hold on. Sounds like he's saying Juan Guardian Leviosa. Juan, like the like the name Juan. Juan. A 2. A 3. A TRE. TREE. I tried flaking some obsidian a couple months back. I definitely should have worn some. Oh, I'm telling you, that obsidian, boy, it'll sneak up on you. on your hands, on your eyeballs, on your feetses. You better be careful working that stuff now. You better be careful. I know I sound like a dad, but better be careful. Always got to wear some eye protection. That's what I got on right now. Eye protection, ideally some foot protection. Y'all saw me when I worked in Obsidian. I went ahead and put some shoes on. Hated doing them, but you just about got to. Just about. See if we can't wallop in here. See what's going on. All right, we got more glass. That's good news. And she is a flaking A-OK. All right. See it shimmer? That's what we're looking for. Now this won't flake like coral. It's still gonna have a coastal kind of flaking feel to it, but you know, it's really cool stuff. You see all the little, let me show you here. You'll be able to see it for sure. All the little fossils and shells and rice grains. Or maybe you won't be able to see it. I have no idea. Anyways, yeah, pretty neat stuff. Throw it in a box. Sell it to somebody. For cheap. All right, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? This came up. Yeah, I wish I spoke Spanish, but I do not. I'm sorry. Don't know what you're saying. But I'm sure it's a very nice comment, so thank you. Oh, sometimes it takes a big strike. I'm man enough to admit that was a gouge out if there ever was one. And that was setting up to be one. Ooh, we got our first druzy. Now, if we can keep that druzy pocket in there, this thing will be sick. If the druzies are small enough, I actually prefer them in the stone. I think they're pretty cool looking. They add some really insane character. But boy, you best be careful. You best be careful working this stuff. It is still very dense and not always easy to work. You gotta braid hard, smack it like you're playing whack-a-mole at the arcade, and wallop a big old flake off. And that's why I love the big percussion strikes, is because I grew up on this exact material with the fossils, the shells, the remnants of those old little sea creatures. And to get those broad stripes where you could see all of them just laying out there like a dinner plate is honestly what got me into knapping itself. Also, I didn't really like doing pressure flaking. I still don't like it. But I always like beating the rocks. And so I've always had a big old bopper in my hand of some kind. Had an old picture come up on my feed recently of one of these old black boulders Lewis and I found. This brought back a lot of memories. Everybody's saying hello. What's up? I don't come across Laurel. You could probably tell me where it's at. I'm in Southeast, so that's a ways from me. What's that, Arkansas? Something like that? Or somewhere close to Arkansas? Oh man, I was hoping that'd be better. Again, you gotta wallop these things. See if I can't wallop this one. You see how much pressure I'm having to do just to get a itty bitty little flake. That was a wallop. That was a wallop. We got that one, a two, a three. Anyways, this whole piece is fairly translucent. But it is very dense. Needs a lot of work. If I were to give this to somebody who'd never worked coastal before, it would be rough. It would be rough. Unless you've had experience with something similar, it's has a mind of its own. You just gotta wallop it. That's why I began to get really good at Tallahassee quartzite, which is this stuff. Because you gotta wallop it too. It's sandstone. And you just gotta smack it. But in doing that, you have to give the right support, and that's where it gets tricky. Giving the right support is tough, can be tough. I was hoping that would push off more, but didn't quite do it. I think I want to shoot backwards here. I don't know if this will catch. Should be low enough. But the platform stunk. Yeah, you gotta braid these jokers. Put some muscle into it. And smack it. See how that first flake just bounced right back? It's like, it's like working with antler, for me at least. You hit it, just bounces right back. Like, man, how hard do I have to hit it? With this stuff, pretty hard. Whew, that one took a lot out of me. But it's getting pretty. Translucent too. Pretty amazed at the way you're able to work that stuff together. I'm telling you, dude. Oh, it's awful. Takes some work. You got to use some big boy boppers. That's why I've got this big boy handy, this big boy handy, and this big boy handy, is to take care of the big jobs. And trust me, they're needed for all sorts of stuff. Even something like this here. You know, it's good to have a big bopper just to kind of clip it. Or to find a platform or something and try to run it down, or to shoot in the middle. Get a good flake I can put in a box. Yeah, they come in handy for sure. Alright, what was I using? This one, and where's my other bopper? This one. Alright, so back to this. So this is some Alabama Coastal Plains chert. I collected myself, heated it up in a kiln myself. I'm likely gonna break it myself. That's my patent. It's breaking points. But especially coastal points, because they're so prone to it. You got so many little fossils and little shells and stuff in here. Yeah. One of these days, bound to break. It wants to break. It's asking to be broke. But grew up on this material. I love it. It's how I learned how to do the hobby. And there's just so much variation. I just think it's the coolest thing. Oh yeah, that was great. That was a really good flake. Again, just trying to meet everything, make everything symmetrical and clean. And working up the blade. Now imagine at some point it's gonna fail and break, but hopefully it breaks in a positive, advantageous way. To use some Daniel Naroditsky language there, in an advantageous way, on our terms. The legend. What a guy. All right, so we started on this side, flaked it down, and now we got to get some thickness off of this side. So the real question is, how do we want to start this? I think we just want to start by, noticing our tip is here. So it's not like I want to round this off and cut our length off. But now that I look at it, it's kind of begging me to flake off this side first, so maybe I'll do it. Don't really want to, but might need to. And the reason I don't want to is because of the singe here, which might be frustrating for me later on, especially noting that coastal is not always friendly. It can be your foe. In fact, I got to get right up there on it if I want to do any damage. I got to get close and get low. And smack it and hope I don't put a seam in this thing, which I likely will. That's just the nature of this stuff. I mean, 60% of the time or more it'll break. That's just how it is. Yeah. All right, well, push a little bit off. I guess I'll take that. Every little bit helps. But again, very quickly, it's hard to keep a coastal point wide because of all the little issues it may have within it. Oh, that was great. That was just what we needed, folks. Clear out that middle section. Now we have the thickness to do that. We also have this side hiked up so much so that we have a really low platform here to cross the middle and thin it down a little bit more. Yep. Same thing here. Usually I'm not a fan of these backwards diagonal flakes because you're trying to shoot across at the end of the day, not diagonal, so you got to fix your mistake. But if that's the only end that you have to thinning the point down, go for it. Not a problem. I know that's an advanced tip for some of you, but it may help you. Diagonal flakes are not your number one option. Sometimes they have to be, because you gotta fix them. So we're getting this low. How low can you go? Do-do-do. Material looks a little more finicky up through here. Trying to play off the weak areas off the secondary platforms that are unabraded, but this one I have to abrade. The reason why you want to do the unabraded one towards the tip is because If you do the fully abraded ones, it'll likely break because you don't have the support to really. I mean, you're smacking a stone. It could break in the middle. It'll usually break at the weakest point. So you don't want to overstress it. It's like an engine with no oil. Except in this case, it's utterly catastrophic. And can be, I guess, for that matter, in a truck as well. But it shall break at its weakest point. Says a lot about us as humans as well, too. Just pointing that out. My bigger pieces. All right. Streaming right now, too. Yeah, like I said earlier, man, well, Mondays is his typical stream. And he's been doing it quite often, and he's picked up the old vertical live stream I see now. Okay. Whatever helps. It seems to help. As long as y'all like watching, that's all that matters. Both he and I. Okay, yeah. Open up the kiln, look a little warm, everything look good. All right, yeah, I waited till the next day to unload it too, John. Just best that way. In fact, I found out the hard way that I could open the kiln, it'd still be a little warm inside, and I'd start hitting on them. There'd just be these random breaks, and I'm thinking, why are all these having random breaks right where I hit them? Well, who would have thought? It was my own fault. They're still warm. It was my own fault. I was breaking them, and I didn't even realize I was breaking them. Just got to let it cool down. Give it as much time as it needs. Yeah, learn the hard way. Of course, I've cooked so much rock. That sounded really bad, but I think the flint nappers know what I mean. Big ol' arrowhead, how about that? How's it going? What's up, Bailey? Tool, what is that? What's the question? What is that one tool that you rub? This is called an abrader. It's basically just a grinding wheel. I mean, that's the best way to think about it. Just broken up to a smaller piece. So if you got a grinding wheel laying around your house, that'll work. Or if you have a dense stone or a piece of limestone, sometimes quartzes work okay. You can find one of those out in your yard. Most people can find an abrader out in their yard. It may not be perfect, but it's better than using a stick or something. And of course you can just use your bopper too. But on material like this, a bopper just simply will not suffice. Just one of those things. But on obsidian, absolutely. Some Georgia turk, for sure. Whoopsies. I'm behind. Yeah, Alan's got the good comment on there. There you go. So I got good access to thin everything else out, but the base is getting thick on me, and I don't like that. So we take out what's called a pressure pad and a pressure flaker. And we flake it with adding pressure to smaller platforms, generally smaller. All right. Across the other way. Excuse me. A little bit here. Okay. Anyways, what y'all got going on today? Always glad to catch up. Justin's here, Mr. Tradbro. Oh man. Well, when work calls, you gotta go. You gots to. You gots to. Or else face the consequences like that. But we're going for a stem point anyway, so it's fine. We're going for a Savannah River. Yeah, you definitely have to face the consequences. Gosh, Justin, why would you make me do such a thing? Just the worst. Honestly, this will look good. That'll be a huge Savannah River point. That'll be sweet. Yeah, this will work out good. Hopefully. There we are. Able to run right over into that little fossil cavity. Sweet. So we didn't lose our length, we just lost some of our width. Which I technically plan to do anyways, so we're just getting it done early. Who doesn't like getting work done early? I guess I'll take it. Or you could continue to make the process worse. Now I'm thinking about a wasissa. Oh, this coastal is so dense. But it's a challenge. That's why I love when I make a full point out of it. It's just so rewarding. Yeah, we're gonna go wasissa, I think. Or notchaway. A notch. Ooh, that was a nice one. Yeah, big old fat wide notchaway would be sick. Oh goodness. Florida Flint Knapping and Fossils just uploaded a video. Uh-oh. I saw the nudity made. That was killer. Twas killer. Yeah, Ryan's my buddy. He is my buddy. And so is Mr. John in the comments. In fact, most of y'all are my buddies. Even if I don't know you, I reckon you can be my buddy, at least for today. Maybe not every day, but maybe for today. What's up, Tommy? We are a shift-in and a break-in and a... Well, technically I did say a break at some point, so... I lived up to my word, I must say. You never want to backtrack on your word, folks. I remember I was a kid, my dad may be watching. I don't know how old I was. I just remember him saying, you know, if you ever gamble or something and you lose 20 bucks, you better pay it back. And I remember telling him, I'll never do that. He said, well, my point is, you better man up to your word. That was a huge thing in biblical times, obviously. You know, you make a covenant or an oath or a promise with somebody, you were expected to uphold it. Or else there'd be consequences. But even today, you know, you may say something and, you know, just live up to your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do it, even if it's inconvenient. Just one of them things. Why blunt the edge? Because we're gonna sharpen it a little later. We're blunting it so that we can shoot flakes a little further, so we can get it thinner. So blunting it for sake of getting it thinner is the reasoning why. Good question. I don't know if I can pull this off. I bet you it'll hinge as long as it doesn't break. Oh, I did better than I thought. Hey, I'll take that all day. That was good. What is that doing? I don't need that anymore. This could be bad, folks. Or it could be exactly what we're needing. It wasn't wide. I wish it was wider. Because now we got to take our secondary platforms and hope they hold. And on coastal, that's never a fun thing. I got lucky. That one went. I was about to say, yeah, this is why. But yeah, we got lucky there. The reason I say lucky is because Alabama Coastal is so inconsistent. Every piece is a little different. It's going to come with its own set of challenges. You know, it's basically like, you know, you're buying, you know, a 2004 truck rather than a 2025 truck. You know, a 2025 truck, you know, you're likely to have less out the gate issues, but, you know, that'd be like your Georgetown or your consistent materials like Obsidian. And this is like buying one of them old trucks. That's a massive fixer-upper, but can be the best truck, the most rewarding truck to you, mean more to you than any other truck could possibly do. That's new. It's kind of like that. Now, I recently got a new truck. It's like 2019, I think. But that's because I'm not good with working old vehicles. By the way, there's an ambulance. And so if you're not good with working coastal plains church, then, you know, settle for some Obsidian, settle for some Georgetown. You know, get accustomed with what you need to do to produce some of the plates you got to do. That might be a terrible illustration, but anyways, don't break it. Thank you for that. Thank you. I needed that encouragement. Think of it. Anyways, John, I got me a new batch of Coastal running up in yonder. It'll be done in a few days. Haven't checked in a while, but yeah, she is see-through. You best believe. It is a see-through rascal if there ever was one. That fan is getting a little cold. It's actually shaping up to possibly be another Pickwick, and I don't know if I have a good Pickwick out of Coastal at the moment. Let's go. That is, oh, that's what I needed. That right there, that big percussion strike to match this one, that is what I needed right there. I made you look, haha. I didn't mean for you. I was not playing that. That was one of them old jokes in high school. Sorry. Yeah, I think a Pickwick would be pretty sweet. Do I sell work? I do from time to time. Wicked Keokuk Snyder point. I didn't see it. It must have been wicked. It must have been wicked. Yeah, it's getting see-through. Starting to see some of the old fossils. Might not be as wicked as that old Snyder point, though. Red Eye, did you see the coral point that I made the other day? The red one? Did you see me finish it? You did not? How did you not see it? I tell you what, go back to, I think it was yesterday's stream, really quickly, and go to the end. Actually, no, because I fixed it. And I haven't showed it off once I fixed it. I tell you what, after I finish this, if you're still on here, I'm gonna go get it and show it to you, because I changed it up. To make it look better. Yeah, you're gonna want to see that one. Do you have anything to show us that's finished? No, not right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nothing close by. I have some in the house, but I have to run and get it. And I'm kind of on a roll here. I don't want to lose my roll. Everybody talks about Texas Roadhouse rolls. I've never been to Texas Roadhouse. I might need to go. Because I like me some bread. Who doesn't like bread? Unless you can't have it. Oopsies. I apologize for those who might not be able to have it in the comments, and I just rubbed it in. I apologize. But yes, bread is very good. I'm on a roll. Get the rolls. The rolls. You gotta get them on. There's some place, I forget where, it was like down in Mobile. They throw the rolls at you. Forget where that place was, but I was gonna flake over that, but now I've decided against it. I have decided not to do it. Anyways, blade's coming out pretty I was gonna say solid and sweet at the same time, so I said swap. Swap. Be the very best, like no one ever was. That's right. That's right. The OGs. The OGs know what it's about. That's right. That's right. If you don't know about that, you're missing out. This would make a good seminal, actually. The way that, I like that, because this would be a wider bass. Oh boy, we might have us one here. This might be the very best. Da da da. Stay here, I need to check my bids. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, with coastal, you never want to go like, you never want to push it, especially when there's a little fossil in through there. I just don't want to push it. I do, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't do it. I should not do it. I should not. However, I'm thinking. Part of what I'm thinking about is the fact that my smaller bopper is kind of out of commission. Oh, come on. It's not even one that'll hinge. Come on. Stuck to my shirt. Okay, so it's coming out. It's coming together. Piece of aluminum coal, so I swear it looks like a piece of freaking purple plastic. Really cool kind of. See a black Nova. I don't have any right here, but I know what you're talking about. I actually cooked some up. I got a full pile of it, but it's over in the corner. It's over in the corner. What to do? What to do? What kind of handle are you going to? Honestly, I don't often put handles on them. I'm lazy. What can I say? I'm lazy. But sometimes, if I get the gumption to, I will. And I usually use bone. If I do it, I usually use bone. Let's see, Pickwick would look really solid. The Seminole would look interesting, to say the least. We can give it a shot. Remember, this is our initial gouge out. I said we'd have one break. You just about have one break per every coastal point that I've ever worked. I'm gonna need a thinner braider. Whoopsie daisies. Oh man, see? Every time I go to make me a point like this, I keep gouging out the sides. Doesn't need to go much further, honestly. Should probably switch to my other flaker here. All right, I'm gonna pull this one a little further out. I think I have enough room. Let's see. This is one of those, take an Allen wrench too. Yeah, I got enough room. Pull a little bit further. Just removed a comment of Brennan's. Why? Sorry, I've been too focused on arrowhead making. All right, it's a good looking notch. Friendly fire. It happens. All right, let's start the bid now while Brennan's away. All right, everybody, let's start the bid. Oh, I got a question for Mr. Tommy A. Are the ones that you sent authentic? They were just in your rock garden? And you just throw the big bifaces there? Or are those ones that you've worked? They look kind of authentic to me. Which I've worked authentic stuff before too, if it was crude enough and what have you. Did you get the boxes of flakes I sent out yet? The boxes of flakes. Did you get the boxes of flakes sent out yet, Jake? Actually, no. No. But I did box them up, and I plan to put the shipping label on them tomorrow. And I forget which, well, obviously I don't have it with me, but I threw that bowling in. I didn't find another point in the pile. The pile's coming down. I still got more to transport out. I did a little more today. But I just put the bowling bevel in yours, Marty. So, no. But I have made one extra box, working on a second extra box, and got some more. I'm hoping to put them all in the mail tomorrow and be done with it. That's my plan. Just got to get it done after work. All right, what did Anderson say? Good night, lots of stuff to do. All right, no problem, Johnny boy. Sounds like a plan. Appreciate you being here. Yes, authentic. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. Yeah, neat little examples. Where'd you go? Where'd you find him? What creek? What state? What No, you're fine. You're fine. They're really cool. I'll study them a little bit, and then I'll definitely work a couple. I might put a couple in a case just to have something to reference. That's really cool. I'll show it off on the stream likely tomorrow. But huge thank you to you for that. That's very kind of you. Oh, I forgot I sheared a little bit here. Let me make it a little more even Steven here. That's about more like it. It's closer, I guess. Marshall, quit yawning at me now. Just be yawning at me. I know you want attention. Go lay down, son. Uh-oh, there's another ambulance. Another ambulance. Another ambulance. Ambulance. Or fire truck, you never know. Could be both. All right, she's coming out purty. I gotta be more careful on these little holes. Let me do this. Yeah, that's gonna be better. Safer, at least. Now, I kind of forgot what a seminal looks like, so I'm just kind of winging it here. Actually, hold up. There should be one in this book. Seminal. They ought to have it in here. S. Simpson. There we go. That's what we're going for. Right now, it looks like this one. See. I mean, see. I got a good mind here. You know. I'm thinking straight. I'm thinking pretty good. I hadn't lost it yet, folks. It may seem like I have, but I haven't yet. We're getting there. I think it's coming together all right. Lay down. And I like the incurvent one, so that's what I'm doing. It's getting cold. I don't want that on me. No, sir. Alrighty then, get this sharpened up. See, I sometimes know what I'm doing, folks. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I know what I'm doing here. Notice it kind of has that drooping base rather than flaring straight out. It kind of droops just a hair. Yep, I see it. Y'all see it? I see it. This looks just like that one up there. I'm telling you. They could be sisters. They could be sisters. Look at that. Off the dome, off the brain. That's pretty good right there. It's a pretty good match. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But I like the shape of this one better. I just do. It looks cooler. But this one's got a more flatter shape, so I'll have to figure it out. I may do a mix between both. I think is what I'll end up going for. Is a mix. I do want. Yep. Okay. So thinking about drawing this edge in some to match the yellower looking seminal point. Again, just kind of droops right down. I think that's probably far enough. I don't need to push this super crazy. Okay. Now I got to do the same thing on this face. Again, kind of drooping down a little bit. All right, I still think it's a bit wide for me and my liking. So here we go on a little fix for it. There we go. Yeah, I like to look at that a little better. Yeah, that's looking about right. And then do the flaking. That was really good. That pushed up to here. That's what we want. Setting this one up. There's a fossil in the way, so I just gotta hope for the best. Okay, pushed up to here. That's where we wanted it to go. Push through the fossil, or most of it. There we go. Got it out of the way. Okay. Now the other side. Don't really have a great end here. It's tragic. Okay, I was able to bounce that through a little bit. This is more or less platform preparation than anything here. Yeah, I just don't see myself traversing that. But gotta try. And we kind of did. Oh, don't tell me. I did it again. Dadgummit it, man. I gotta be more careful when I'm flipping these things over. Come on, Jake. Crud. Crud, crud, crud. That is so frustrating. I mean, you get it perfect, and then you nick an ear. And y'all are like, oh, that's not even that bad. But, man, that removes a lot of our length. And makes it frustrating. Very frustrating. That stinks right there. Oh, that stinks. Like I said, with coastal, you always got little problems you'll come across, and that one was self-inflicted. Man. Again, not a huge deal, but like huge to me, you know. Like, we set everything up so nice. Now I gotta fool with it even more. Good news is those came off well, and that fossil didn't break, because that's what I was worried about. Could have been worse. All right. We're not out of it. It's just not looking as good as I would have wanted it to. Tis be what it tis be. Anyways, it'll work out. I think what I want to do to compensate is raise it up a hair. Nah, it'll be all right. All right, let's sharpen it up. So, slightly disappointed, but I mean, it'll work out. It'll be fine. A part of me does want to raise it up a hair, though, just for sake of making me feel better. Give the appearance of a longer bass. Yeah, that looks way better. I'm glad I did that. Yeah, very glad I did that. That looks way better. Okay. And thanks you guys for hanging in there. If you've been watching for a while, I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, this makes my heart feel so much better. Adding some leaf back to the bass. So much better. Can't even describe it. Indescribable. Yep. All right. We just got to mimic that on the other side. Just hope I have enough. Ooh, hope I have enough room to. All in all, this will turn out all right, I think. Okay, will it flake? Oof. Big oof. Massive oof. That was brutal. At least the sides were flaking. That's good news. It just means we gotta pull back the other way. I hope. After we resharpen. Never ending. It shall be worth it, Jake. It shall be worth it. Yeah, that side right there is pretty brutal, but we're making it work. It does need to be brought in some. The question is, how am I gonna do it? Maybe like that. Just giving a little impression. Not a big fan. Needs to go in. There we are. Can that be our in? Apparently not. It's fine like as it is, but I don't know. I'd rather do a little bit to it. What to do, what to do. Well, do that, I guess. Has that worked? Yeah, it won't take on that side, but it will that away. All right, let me sharpen this up again. This is tedious. Tedious work. Heat only makes the stone work. Can I just pile drive down on it? I can. Looky there. Boy, that's what I've needed for a long while. There we are. Boy, that looks more consistent in there by a long shot. All right. Let me not foul anything up here. Hey, get over here. Lay down. All right, bass looks good. Apart from that. All right, now the bass looks good. Apart from this too. All right, now the bass looks good. Now I just got to tidy up the edges. This seminal will be done. I don't know if you can see all the fossils in this, but goodness gracious. And all the rice grains, it is insane. Okay, I gotta get a sip of Mountain Dew here, so bear with me. We're almost at 500 likes. Almost halfway to our goal. 1,000 is our goal every night. I don't think we'll make it tonight. Yeah, I don't think we'll make it. That's okay. We had fun. We had fun. That's what matters. Through the ups and downs, I think we're gonna manage to make us a point here. I think. Hey, lay down. That one hit me square in the glasses. You gotta have your glasses, folks. About every night one hits me dead on. They're cheap. I'd rather pay $1 or $2 for some clear glasses than $4,000 at an eye doctor. That one hit me there too. For some reason it's this angle that just kind of flies them back up in my face. One of them is in my glasses there. There we go. All right, so we sharpen that side a little bit. All right, go to the other side. Do kind of a similar thing. Looks like it wants me to start on this face. That's what the rocker is telling me. Smacking me on the cheek, on the face. All flip it around here. And coastal will never really be the thinnest points out there. Well, I guess it does depend on the material, the particular piece that you have. But generally speaking, its properties aren't going to be getting you nearly as thin as like Georgetown or Obsidian or Texas material. Unless you superheat it and get it perfect and pressure flake it or something, or have a slab. It's incredibly difficult to get super duper thin. Now, we got this one thin, but thin is always relative. You may have a thin wind turbine that's, 3 foot, and that's thin. Or it may be thin as thick of a piece of hair, But for coastal, I know I did very well on this one, thinness wise. May look like a normal point, feel like it, smell like it, act like it, but it is indeed a smoker. All right, here we go. I'm just going barely touch wherever it's needed. Unfortunately, we got a little gouge out there, which means we got to draw this tip in a little bit extra, which is okay. But you got to do so on the other side as well. All right, might need to fix the symmetry a little bit later. I left that little hinge there. I love that on these seminal points. So we're gonna sharpen this up again, mimic it on the other side, hope that our symmetry is right. Sip of Mountain Dew here. Almost to 500 likes, we're close. I have a feeling in 7 minutes we'll be done. That'll make 2 hours. So if we can get to 500 in 2 hours time, that'll be pretty good. Half of our light goal, but you know, it'll be all right, it'll be all right. Can't remember where I started on this one. Looks like it wants to be pressed down first. Let's try that. Red Eye, glad he can support himself from his work. Who's that? Watcher for 3 years. One of my first comment since 2017. You must mean Crafty? Mr. Crafty? I don't think I've been around since that long. I think I've been around since 2020. Well, my first videos, I think, were 2017 or 2016, the fishing videos, but again, I haven't uploaded them yet. I need to. Or unprivated them. Yeah, Mr. Crafty is all right. He is A-okay. And flint knapping tips is also pretty good. I wish Bowhunter would get on his grind again. Man, I loved his work. I think his name was Steve Holiday. I believe that's correct. I watched his videos consistently. They were never live, but they were very good quality. Well, quality is relative. Quality in terms of what you learn, not necessarily in video quality. Like it wasn't 4K or anything like that. It wasn't around when he posted. I don't imagine. Him and Eddie Ballard, I look up to the most, point-wise, point creation-wise. They do a fantastic job. I love Eddie's. Eddie is the best in my opinion. What was it? Bowhunter, all capitals, B-O Hunter. He's the best. But the one I look up to the most is Eddie Ballard. He makes the coolest points to me. He would probably say the same thing about me. I don't know that. Yeah, that's conjecture, but we share the same style of materials. And point types. We kind of grew up in a similar way with material. Working coastal, he just worked a different variety of it than me. And in my opinion, he is the best flint knapper. I know you got Jason Newman. He would be at 2 for me, not including myself. I don't know about 3, but for what it's worth, Brian Cofield does a great job with his slab points. I would throw him in there as one of my inspirations, though, for sure. His work is really good, so I could throw him top 5, although he's not top 5 in my percussion category. Oh yeah, bow hunter. I've never seen any of bow hunters work in person, so I can't really say the thinness or the, but I would imagine he'd be in top 5 for me. And again, I don't want to rate myself because I'm not a narcissist, so. You don't know if you can make a top 5, too many to leave out? Yeah. There's a lot, man. There really is a lot. Then you got the Ohio guys, you know. You got some pretty good Texas nappers. There's that Philip Lindahl or something. He does really well with Texas stuff, but again, a lot of these boys, no, again, I don't know them personally, but they've just never picked up Coastal or worked Coastal or Tallahassee. And it's just a whole new ball game. And generally, that's what I'm talking about in my top 5 is as it relates to Gulf Coastal points, there's nobody who can top, in my opinion, Eddie Ballard, bow hunter. Honorable mention, we got a Britt Williams. Some of y'all know him. Great guy, great napper. His clays are very unique. And you can tell whose it is from a mile away. And he gets them thin. I'd say that's his best point, in my opinion. That's my favorite point that he makes is a clay. Very distinctive. He's known for his E-notches too. Hadn't been looking at comments. Sorry. You're correct. Hoosier plus he actually. Oh, Hoosier made it. About doggone time now. Yeah, Ryan Gill's a really good napper as well. I've only seen a lot of his smaller stuff, but he does very well. Start napping. I found Ryan Gill's. Oh yeah. Recently found corrected. Texas. Apparently some of you guys know him here too. I've never met him, but obviously I know him from his streams. Giving them away to people? I have. Yeah, I wear glasses. I wish Jason still posts. Jason was awesome. He has his big, I'm not saying this to make fun at all, but he has his big old belly. He just, wah, 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 wah. There's a little old bopper, just, wah, wah. His belly is like is basically the pad. Wah, wah, wah. It's so cool to see. It is so cool to see. And of course, his indirect percussion is the best in my opinion of anybody. Although I've yet to see him work like Bama coastal stuff, so I still got Eddie Ballard up there with him. And again, I don't really rank myself because I've never really worked the Texas stuff that Jason has. I would sure like to, but boy, it's pricey to get some good stuff these days. I checked with the guy y'all were talking about. He got back with me. I asked what the price was. He hadn't responded yet. It's been about a week, so I'm assuming it's nothing. Let me see. Oh, forgot to do the other side. Whoopsies. I knew something was awry. Here's your vocab word for the day. Awry, a word that means off or wayward. I don't know if that's right, but Bill, howdy. Don't clip that ear, Jake. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even come close. Stay away. I see you, Morris. Don't think that I don't now. Back up. There we go. That's that little ear I was looking for. What a killer. Man, oh man, am I happy to see this done. Like I said, when you finish a coastal point, it just brings so much joy. And y'all should have known this channel name is Gulf Coast Knapping. If I work a coastal point, I'm likely to keep it. Or at least for a little while. So my apologies to those who waited patiently. You can now disperse from my channel. I'm joking. Love you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. Ooh, I didn't expect to pick that up. Look at that. Still got a little fossil. I ruined my fingernail right there, but still got a little fossil there. Still kept the remnants of a druzy pocket there. Fossil still here. Kept the sharp ears on both ends. Sharp tip. You know, for coastal, that's thin. This is killer. This is just killer. Hold on. I didn't realize symmetry was off that bad. Good grannies, that's a lot off the tip. Yeah, that's way off. What am I thinking? I gotta draw this up. I don't want to, that'll break the thing. If I draw that up and do it there. Here I was saying it was perfect and the symmetry's off. I'm trying to think of a way that would make it not so difficult to change. And it might just be raising of this ear won't do it. Clipping off of this ear would just, we got to take more off of that. Clipping off of this ear would be detrimental. And it'd make everything, because the bass is right. But I would have to hike it up. Oh, goodness. To right there. I'm gonna have to do it. It'll be all right. I'm not gonna take as much off as I initially thought, which is good news, but I gotta take some off. It's gonna be unnoticeable on camera, obviously, but I'm seeing it firsthand, and I don't like it. Then I have to stare at it in a case and think, should have just fixed it. So I'm fixing it now. Oh yeah, that looks better because it makes the bass look wider because the tip is, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, this is good. This is good, folks. It's still good. It'll mean it's a little shorter, but I actually like it better now. Assuming it all works out. Lay down, Marsh. Yeah, this is looking good. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. All right, we're back to being happy. Y'all are thinking, what is this fool doing here? But this fool is making the point of a lifetime in front of your eyeballs. That's what I'm doing here. Way better. Way better. Again, it makes it a little shorter, but it accentuates the bass all the more because it is shorter. And it fixes our symmetry problem, which is the main thing. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the one here. Did we get to 500 likes yet? What are y'all doing? We got 25 likes left. Y'all better get on the ball. Way better. Way better. Not perfect, but way better. Good enough for me. And if it's Jake approved, then it's got to be close enough to perfect. My dog is running around in circles waiting to go on in. All right, let me see. Let me look at it here. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Let me not make that mistake again. Well, you've all been waiting for the finish. Here she be. Big old wide seminal point out of some Gulf Coast chert. The best chert in the world. With fossils galore. Translucent as all get out. Sharp tip. Ooh, I was way behind in comments. Note, don't break this one. Thanks, Francis. The smoker looks awesome. Thanks, Johnny boy. This is coastal for you. One variety of it. Again, thin for coastal plains chert. Thin for coastal. And you can see Marshall boy in the background. He heard me say his name. Whew. Perfect Seminole point, in my opinion. 200. You would say that, Hoosier. Gives me something to think about, at least. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, this is straight to the keeper case for now. If anything changes, I'll let you boys know. You know, you can't say imperfection without saying perfect in the middle. Is it a liquor? You give it. You see what? See this one? See this one? See this here? What's this? It's not. He doesn't want it. Come, hey, go around. Marshall, go around. Go. Come around. You see this one? What is this one? No, he doesn't like it at all. You don't want to sniff it? What's this one? This one. He put his nose on it. I don't think he got it wet at all. You're going for the knockout, yeah. It's a mimic of this style here. I like mine better, obviously, but it incorporates a hook, but also kind of that base. But I've seen many found that look just like this. So I say many, a couple. All right, we need 6 more likes before we can end the stream, guys. Only 6. I think y'all can do it. If we get to 500 likes, I'll feel better. Price just dropped. Yeah, price dropped by $50. That's right. Yeah, this is one variety of coastal. Boy, I'm happy. I can go to sleep a happy boy. Again, we worked some clear yesterday. We worked some random purplish stuff that was a little cruddy. Cruddy. I don't think I have any other. Oh yeah, this one, which I need to reheat. Thankfully the point. No, back up. Go around. Sleep after that Mountain Dew. I'm telling you. I bought this today and drank that much already. So I think he's ready. All right, we got the 500 likes. Huge thank you to everybody. If I decide to sell it, I'll let you know, but I plan to keep it. Huge thanks to everybody who's here. Alan, Corbin, the stock market crashed. He licked the mess out of the one yesterday. He's just ready to go in. Yeah. For the Clovis today, Jake. All right. Well, I got your point signed, so it'll be shipped with the other 2 plus the addition or something. So, anyways, thanks so much. Y'all are awesome. I'm gonna head on out. I might be live tomorrow. I imagine I will be, and I'm getting you out a little early today, before 10 o'clock Eastern. So y'all can enjoy the evening with your wives if you got them, or do whatever you need to. But we're gonna head on out. All right, let's go inside. See y'all. You ship those boxes tomorrow, Hoosier. Forgive me, please forgive me. But tomorrow they'll be shipped. Lord willing. All right, go ahead in. Go. All right.